So there is a small change in the visual effect. So let me see if you can identify that. If you open your PowerPoint, your Power BI, the strange thing in Zoom that if you are a host, you cannot minimize it. That's some constraint that I see. So let me just share. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Yeah, do you see any change? Anybody observing who has a good eye? Who can observe a change?
The formatting, the roller has changed.
Roller has changed. Very right. So this selection of the chart as well as this thing, they have changed. Okay. I don't know if in your in your app also you are getting this, because it's
yeah, I am getting it.
Yeah, so it should automatically get updated along with the Windows update. But this is a Microsoft product. Okay, so there are some other minor changes also. So while we are going through, most likely we'll observe the changes. Okay, so first of all, we'll just quickly import that sample data set.
So we won't be working on the previous day's charts?
Yeah, we'll be, I mean, whatever previous day's chart we have done, we will do some new charts. Okay, if you want the same previous day's chart, I can import it, but I just thought that I'll just.
So I'm just adding a sheet to the previous days.
But that's okay. That's okay. You have saved it, right?
Yeah.
So just to recap, in the transformation of the data, we did few things. We changed the units sold to, so decimal, we made it whole number. Okay. You can replace the current one, or you can add a new step. Now, if you notice, I'm not sure if I showed this in the last session, that you can always go back. Okay, so you can always undo. So you just have to change this and you are back to the previous one. So in case there is some mistake somewhere, you can always revert to the previous one. Okay. So I just got back to the, and right now there is nothing that we need to change as of now. Later on, a lot of things can be done over here in the transformation part, and this is one of the strengths in Power BI where you can use these transformations. As of now, let's leave it like this. Just close and apply. Can anybody recall what is the next thing that we did? Anybody recalling? Sorry?
Made a worksheet. No, I don't know.
No. So we have imported this sheet. So there are 3 tabs. This tab is for data modeling. Okay, later on we'll see where there are multiple tables and how to connect the primary keys. Okay, because typically your data will not be stored in the way it is being shown in this particular example. Okay, so it is a denormalized format. So in many cases, you actually have to create a data model of connecting the primary keys. Here we have only one table, so that's why that's not required. And then this is the data, and we
Created the profit percentage and the
yes, but before that, we also need to change this. We need to change this format to
currency.
sorry. This.
ডেটা টাইপটা চেঞ্জ করে দিন তাহলে হয়ে যাবে
Huh?
নিচে নিচে
Oh,
যেটা
আচ্ছা,
টাইপটা হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
Why should it query text? Would not have actually taken the text. Okay, so discounts also we should have actually taken.
Why is it that in my sheet I'm not able to see the these drop downs?
Which one? This one.
Yeah, the entire segment line. What am I doing?
This part. This entire table you are not able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you gone to this? The data tab over here.
One minute.
Yeah. So there are three tabs. One is this tab, where you are going to, this is the canvas basically.
Yeah.
This is the tab where the data has got imported, and this is where you do the data modeling. So you can ignore this for the time being. Just go to the data tab.
I had imported the data, but I got confused.
Not found yet.
So so we had to use that sample sheet, no?
Yes.
Sample data set.
Yes, yes.
So when I loaded the sample data sheet, it takes me to an option called financial samples, financials, and sheet. Those are the two options which are given.
Yeah. Select the financial.
Correct.
The first one, which is blue color.
Yes, I selected that. But the top drop down is not visible.
Okay.
Something's not right.
Which one is it? No, this drop down will not be visible initially. You first have to transform the data. Okay. There are three tabs below: load, transform, and there's one more. Cancel or something.
Okay.
So you can directly load from here. If you load, then it will come directly here. If you want to make some small transformation, that I for example, change the unit sold into discrete numbers. So these kind of transformations, if you want to do, then you first transform and then you load it.
Surprisingly, that point on transform data is not getting highlighted.
Okay, so just select that. There is a small checkbox there. So just select that.
These fine details are.
So these are again that.
It's good we're having a recording, so you can remember whenever you get stuck on some ridiculous things.
No. There's nothing. I mean, this is nothing abnormal. So, if anybody who is not kind of once you get used to the computers, these things will come automatically, intuitively it will come. Yeah. You probably will not realize when you have learned all of these things. Okay, so Are you all good up to this? And of course, we created a new column, which is the profit percentage. And what is this function called? Anybody remembers? This is called DAX. They have a fancy name for an Excel, Excel formula. So DAX basically incorporates most of the functions that you can use in Excel.
Sorry to ask and sound stupid. How did you insert that column? I forgot.
Okay, no problem. You
We
see
done
here,
it last time, but I forgot.
new column, new column. So here there's a new column. Yes. And then you can change this format to percentage.
That's insert. I'm not able to find column tools.
This one, new column. Yeah, it is there in the column tools. That's right. Not in the home.
I don't have a column tools. I've got file, home, insert, modeling, view, help.
In the data tab. The data tab,
Yeah.
if you go to the column tools, you actually don't need to go to column. Here also it is there, new column. In the home also you need.
Home, new column.
Yeah. Okay, everybody comfortable? Joman, good evening.
Good evening, Atana. Good evening. Sorry, I'm a little late.
No, that's okay.
I got stuck.
I understand. Okay. Shall we proceed, woman? Are you comfortable?
Yeah, you go on. I don't want to delay this.
Okay. No, that's okay. I mean, just let me know. Even if you don't use a new, you can later on use a new column.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
If you don't want to use a new column right now, you can leave it. Have you got this table?
I have home. I'm not able to figure out where that new column is. I have the table.
You have the table, right? You have the table. Okay. So, so you can just keep the new column for the time. Okay. You can just
Yeah.
later on because right now we may not be using the new column. We'll see the new column later. Okay. So you have the other columns, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's proceed with the other columns. This new column thing we can do slightly later. Okay. So let me just do the. By the way, so these two things have changed. Okay, so Suman, for your information, and some of the some of the aspects over here also has changed. We'll discover that as we go along. So let me, for the time being, just change the wallpaper to something. Okay, and go back to our. So I think we did the scorecard. We are over here. So let me first create some of the charts.
This is something you are doing using the same data of the last time, no? Because last time we discussed about sharing the some I think ATEX data. We haven't used that, right?
No. If you can share that, it will be great. Okay, that I'll try and show.
Vishwajit are supposed to do that for us.
Right. Maybe. Maybe
actually, last week I got in so many things, so actually forgotten. So I'll do that.
No problem. So whenever you. Okay. Okay. Before I do this, in the I think I saw some change in the scorecard. Just checking this. The morning itself, there was this scorecard. Maybe change, or maybe I did not show you this. So of course, this one is what we did. Okay, give the sales, and we did this part where we Yeah, I think some of these things have changed, like call out value probably was named differently. Okay. So there may be some changes in the way they are defining things. Okay. Category level. In the general, yeah, this was, I think, there more or less. This was there. This part was there. This part is no problem. Now, one thing that I did not show you, probably, I think it was there, but I did not show you, was this additional drill through field. Okay. So here I can have country or any of these drill through, and I can, this is a static drill through. Okay. So I can just say United States, and this number will change to United States. What we did last time was also that our display unit was in million and the value was 0. Yeah, so this is something that I think we did not see last time. So you can do this for filtering. Okay. Okay, so far, okay. Everybody fine?
Yeah.
This part? Okay. Now, so now let us observe how things behave a little differently when we change this axis, legend and all. So let's start with a simple one where we have that. So here it is called axis and legend. So instead of dimensions and metrics, axis and values, and then you have axis, legend. So sometimes it's a little confusing. And once you are used to it, you will you'll be able to appreciate this. So first of all, if we have axis and then you have values, sorry, we have used a filter, so let me remove the filter. So we have this country-wise sales. Now, what will happen if I put it in legend? Put, let's say, some other dimension in legend. What do you think it will happen?
Tagged bar chart kind of thing.
Right. So it will become a stack bar chart. Okay. Now, interestingly, if you see that, I think we did it last time. If you put it now in the same axis rather than the legend, it will become a drill down chart. Okay. So this is some of the benefits that you have in Power BI. It is very easy to change the type of chart from here. And if you right click over here, okay, I'll show this later. Okay. And this is a very, very powerful feature. Go to analyze and see this. Since we are here, let's why keep the suspense. Just try and see what it does.
How did we come get this pop-up?
Yes, go to the chart, right click, and there'll be something called analyze.
Okay.
Just go over there. Now try and see what it is trying to say or trying to do. And all this analysis is doing automatically. It is saying what are the factors that are causing the change of sales across different countries. Okay. It has found out by its own intelligence. So first factor it is saying is the discount band. So it's saying that high discount has 35% of the records, no discount has 7.6% of the record, and low discount is 22.9% of the record. Most affect the distribution. So this is the total sales. Okay, so this is the total sales. This is a scale of total sales on the right hand side. Left hand side is the sales of the where high discount has been given, high discount band has been given. So what it is saying? It is saying that US has given a much higher discount band compared to other, or the sales in the US have been done at a much higher discount band compared to other countries. Also the proportion of sales. So in US, what was the sale? In US, the sales was how much is this? 2.5 million, isn't it? So this is the gray line is the sales in US. 25 million, I think. 25 million. So out of sales of 25 million in US, 10 million has been sold where the discount band was high. Am I making sense? Yes or no?
Can you explain it again, Tanu?
Yeah. So what it is saying is
Also,
this
can
first,
you show the field selection also once.
yeah, sure. The field selection means what you are saying, this one, axis.
Country, what else?
Yeah. Axis. So I have taken just a bar chart for country and sales. Just a simple bar chart.
Okay.
Okay. Now what it is trying to do an analysis for me is these difference in sales across different countries. How are these different? How is the sales different if it takes different other factors, other dimensions, discount band being one of the dimensions? So we
How does
understand
it know? How does it know that it needs to take into account discount band and nothing else?
that is where the AI comes.
No,
That
there
is-
are other parameters also. If you scroll down,
It is
say
figuring-
month number is also there.
Yeah, so it is taking one by one. It is taking one by one. It is finding out which is the one that is causing the maximum deviation. It's
Probably
taking
it
that first.
calculated some correlation between these dimensions and sales, is it? And
Yes, it is finding out which factor is affecting the difference in sales the highest. Okay, if it is discount band, it is taking that as the first factor. So here it is saying that the sales in US is 25 million, right? 25 million is the sales in US. Out of that, around 12 million or whatever, 10, 12 million sales in US has happened where the discount was high. Whereas if you look at Germany, the sales is, total sales is, how much is that? Total sales is around
4.8 million. 4.8 million.
4.8 million is the sales for high discount band, and total sales is around 15 million. Total sales around 15 million. Out of that, 4.8 million is happening to the high discount band. So obviously in Germany, the proportion of sales through where the discount was, a high discount was given, is less compared to the total sales. And that is clear from the fact that this gray line is above. 4.8
gray
million
line is
above.
for total sales. Gray line is for total sales,
Gray line is for total sales of Germany.
which is 20, no. How much is that? 23 million.
23 million. Okay. And for US, this was 25 million. Out of 25 million, US gave a high discount was around
11 million. 11
12
million it sold for high discount.
high discount. Whereas in Germany, out of 25 million, only 4.8 million or whatever, 23 million, only 4.8 million was sold where
And
the
high.
discount was high.
Okay. Makes sense.
So ideally, the discount, Germany
Profit percentage would be higher for Germany.
and we can know that. We can immediately see if I take the profit over here, let's say can take a color here. Where did that color thing go? Yeah. So if we make this color, based on profit, whatever I need to fill up. Zero and I have to give a gradient. Okay, 0 and I have to give some value. Let's say what was the profit? 25 million. Let me put 5 million. How much is this? Yes, it's 5 million, I think, right? Yeah. Do or no? Not. Oh, this is the background. Sorry. The background. I don't want the background. Where did the bars? Yes, this is where it is. Yes. So I make this based on profit. Sum. Where's value, highest value? See, this explains that Germany is the most profitable country. Yes, makes sense? Yes or no? Yeah, are you all with me? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now it is saying that next thing is month. So what it is showing is that month number 10. Okay, sales for month number 10. Now this will be clear if we let's take a time series graph. Okay. So this is a time series graph. Oops, sorry, I don't want to do that. So by the way, by default, it takes this reverse Z. If you notice, it will come. It will. If I leave it to organize itself, it will come. It will make this chart. Then it will come. Then the next chart will be below this. Then the next chart will be above this, and then like this. So it will take up reverse. Sorry, reverse N. Reverse N. Human eye always sees either Z or reverse N. Okay, so I can put this chart over here. If I want to build a story, ideally I should be putting this like this. So either this or a reverse N. Okay, see, by default, it makes it a reverse N. So let me leave it like that. So I will take now the axis will be the date. Okay. And for the timing, I just leave legend over here. The values is sales. Okay. Now this date is like this. Okay, and okay, it looks like this. So what they do, should have actually taken 1 second. That if the date field get imported correctly. Just a minute. It appears the date field did not get imported correctly. It is not recognizing it as a date field. Is anybody getting that date field in a different way?
Can we not go to the data and change the date field using DAX?
We can, but I'm just trying to see if it should have got imported correctly. Are you also getting the same problem?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. We can do that, but that will take a little. Is it because of the date field? Or anyway, we'll figure this out. We'll sort this out. Let's first take that and we'll see this. Why the date field was not taken? It should not have happened like this. Somehow, while importing the data, this should have taken the date field correctly. Let me just give it a try, guys. Okay, just let me just import one more time and just I'll be back. Okay. While in the meantime, you just try this out. I'll just try and import this one more time.
I changed it in the master data.
Sorry?
I changed it in the master data. The date.
In the master data.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to change the master data. You should have imported it correctly. That's what something went wrong.
Yeah, date was actually coming as text. So now the date has to be converted into a date.
Yeah,
format.
yeah, but it should not come as text. That's
That's why I converted into a date format and then changed the format and then imported it. So now it's coming correct.
Okay. But my point is that in the first place itself, you should have taken this out. Just give me a minute. Just
Sure, sir.
should not behave like that.
Sir, you have not shared the
I'll
screen.
share the screen. I know. Because I was just correcting that. So now it has imported correctly, because now you see I don't have to change this data type. Okay, it's automatically taking this.
What did you do? I mean, you changed in the main Excel sheet.
No, I didn't do anything. Okay, I mean, something would have gone wrong while importing, and that is why it did not take the date type, as well as you see right now I don't have to, it is not taken, it has rightly taken as a decimal number. Okay, I don't have to change from text to decimal. Okay, so hopefully it should work now. Something went wrong during the transformation stage. You see now that I don't have to change from text. Now this has come as date. Let me see, just check. I see it has come as date format. Okay, now it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let me go over there. First, let me do this chart only. Date. Yeah, now you see it has come as date. Okay, now you can of course change it in a Excel, but that's not, or in the data, but ideally it should be taking it. It should be taking it automatically. So let's make this sales. Okay. So now you see that this is coming in grouped format. Okay. Now, if you have to change this to normal format, I mean, normal format means this is coming for 2 years. Okay. 2013 and 2014. But we want the year and the month. So in order to do that, just change this to, instead of date hierarchy, change this to date. Okay. See if you can do this.
Sir, what is the difference between date hierarchy and date?
Date hierarchy, it broke down into year, quarter, month, day. So it is giving me this way. Okay, and I can break it down, because if you see this way, so I can now break it down. Okay, so it is giving me the quarters. Okay, and I can further break it down to giving me the months.
This is clearly that October has the highest sale. The graph is self-explanatory.
Yeah, only thing is that this is across all years.
Both years combined, yeah, put together, right?
Combined, yes. Okay,
Because
but
that analysis was also telling us that only month number.
analysis was telling us that. Otherwise, you can just make this, if you want a flat one, just make this date. So this will also show you October. Then there are 2 Octobers. Okay, there'll be 1 October over here, and there'll be 1 October. So both the Octobers actually have a peak in that quarter.
We have a couple of more peaks here then, I mean.
And this one also is a peak.
The last, yeah, this December.
So we'll try and do some more things on this chart. So this intelligence are already built in. So now if we look at this, what we are the other chart that we're looking at. Okay. So here we are doing country and we're doing the sales. Okay. So now we were seeing, analyze. Okay. The first difference was discount band. Second difference was the sale for October. So this is corroborated by this timeline chart. So it's saying that if we see overall sale, this is how it happens. But the sale of October, now the sale of October in Germany was around 6 million out of total 23 million. So 23 out of total 23 million in October, the sale in Germany, the sale was 6 million. Whereas in the US, out of 25 million, the sale in October was only around, let's say, just less than 4 million. So in October, the sale in Germany was much higher. Okay, am I making sense? Or is the chart making sense rather? Everybody is very quiet. So this is the difference for October. If you look at December, things might be different. So December is what? December month is the high sales month or a low sales month. December is a high sale over here, but December is a very low sale in 2013 December was a very low sale, but 2014 December was a very high sale. So if you analyze this, in December, Canada was the guy which actually had a much bigger sale. So overall Canada was 24 million, and in December it sold more around 5 million. So the biggest difference in December happened due to Canada. And then you can go down, it is the next one is the sale of passive. So it is trying to analyze
on product, this analysis.
So it is trying to figure out which are the dimensions which are contributing to maximum differences in sale across multiple countries. So first was the discount band, second was the month, third was the this is the month and this is the month number. Okay.
These are basically same only.
This should be same, but there must be a reason why they're showing it differently. Okay.
Because I guess there are two columns. One is month name,
Oh,
other
okay.
is month number.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. You're right. Absolutely right. And then product. Third is product, then segment. So like that is taking each one of them and figuring out what is the reason for this difference. Okay. Now, since we are in the timeline chart, let me show you a few other things. Okay. If I take, first of all, if I take, let's say, country in the region, things are very simple. It is going to break it down into countries.
What did you do?
I just put country into the region.
Okay.
Or let's put segment because there are too many countries. So it kind of confuses. So if you put segment in the region, it's going to give me the sales for every segment. Okay. By the way, that is a thing called spotlight. Okay. You can do a spotlight. So in a spotlight, then only this chart will be visible. Move the spot. Okay. So you have the sales of the different segments. Now, if you have multiple, there are two things here. One is a value and a secondary value. Okay. So notice the difference. If I make profit, if I bring profit into secondary value, what does it do? It maps sales and profit maps two metrics, but it maps two metrics in two different scales.
Sir, can you just show this again? This is that the continuity of that what focus? No.
No. Focus was different. Focus was just here. Okay. So focus was just, if we just move this as spotlight, so this will become, so I can, so let's say if you're showing.
Okay. So if this is a dashboard, so if I put spotlight on this, only this
Right,
chart will be
right,
highlighted,
right.
everything else will fade out. Okay.
Right.
Next, what we did?
Next, what we did was we go, just enlarge this, and here we are seeing two values. One is secondary value and values. Okay, so suppose I put profit in the secondary value. Okay. So what is happening over here is that I am plotting sales and profit, but sales and profit are being mapped in two different scales, isn't it? So sales is in this scale and profit is in this scale. But see what happens when I change this profit and bring it over here.
What?
So if I put sales and profit within
Now you
the,
have put both in the same scale. I mean,
both are in
you
the
have-
same scale.
Okay.
Both are in the same scale. Sometimes you may want to have it in the same scale because you may want to know what is the percentage of profit to sale. That is when making profit and sale in this profit and sales in the same scale makes sense. But if you are comparing profit of 1 month with another month, then I should have two different scales. But this can be sometimes confusing because you are having two different scales. Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Now I will show you another interesting stuff. Just removing profit over here. Here you have some further analysis. For example, I can have a trend line. Very, very basic, statistics, a trend line. What kind of trend line I should have, whether this is somewhere there, whether the trend line is, okay, I think it is there. What is exponential or somewhere it is there. Right now I'm not finding it. Somewhere it is there. Whether I want to make the trend line, it's actually a trend line, not a fit. So it is taking a linear trend line. Now if you take this forecast, okay, it will give me a very basic. Of course, these models are not very sophisticated models. I don't think they're very sophisticated models, but basic forecasting can show you how so it is a trend, forecast. So it's not taking into account probably the seasonality. But interesting part is find anomalies. Now see what happens. It has found that there are 2 points which are having an anomaly. Okay. So I think, color the anomaly also.
Based on what?
Based on the band. Okay. So statistically, these are lying outside.
What is this gray band?
This gray band is your forecasted value should have the sales value should have been within this band, the gray band.
But how did it get that?
Statistical. So Shubhamay will tell you what kind of statistical analysis to start there. So in statistics, what you are trying to do, you are trying to figure out that this is the actual data, but you are trying to figure out that what should have been the data as per the trend and seasonality. So you have trend, seasonality, and you have the randomness of any data. Okay. So based on that data, it is saying that ideally your values should be lying between these gray lines. If it is lying outside the gray lines, that means there was an anomaly there. It should not, it was not following the statistical trend. Joma, you want to add something?
But then the trend
No,
line itself
nothing.
is lying outside the gray
No,
area.
that is the
So-
trend line. It doesn't take into account the seasonal. So there are three things, right? Trend, seasonality, and randomness. Whenever you are forecasting, there are three main components. So one is the trend, which is a long term. Seasonality is where it varies, and there may be random changes. So this trend line doesn't take into account seasonality. So the gray lines is taking into account both trend, seasonality, and the randomness. Shoma, you want to add something?
No, perfect.
Perfect, na? Theoretically, okay, na?
Ekdam.
So, see, interesting thing is that these, I mean,
No, but Atanu, I'm not very clear how exactly the forecasting is done. Like on the basis of what parameters? This is basically a forecasting tool that you have used, right? Now, what are the parameters that they have considered to do this forecasting?
time
That
series,
is not
the
very
time
clear.
series forecasting. It's a pure time series forecasting. They are not considered any, I mean, they are considering only historical data. So on the basis of this data, they are saying they are putting this on the same data, putting the forecast on the same data, which is available with them, given, and is saying that if this, the trend and seasonality had to be followed, then it should lie, my sales should be lying within this gray band.
No, but how do you reach then these two anomalies? How do you identify
Because they are lying outside the gray band. The moment they lie outside the gray band, that is where, it's saying it's an anomaly. That means ideally my sales should have been somewhere in this band, but it is less.
So anomaly from the forecasted value.
Manually from the forecast, yes.
The seasonality, it is calculating by just the 2 months that the data is available for, right?
I mean, not 2 months, 2 years data.
2 years as in September seasonality is just 2 months of September.
Oh, yeah. So any month, yeah, you're saying that you have 2 months. So yes,
Because
it's not a
see,
big
the
data.
trend is by the 2 years and seasonality is by 2 months, right?
Yes, seasonality will always be like that, right? You are getting the number of seasons that you are getting. So seasonality points will be less. So obviously, this is not, I mean, this doesn't have it is not a very large data set to check the accuracy of this, but the concept. So typically, this kind of data, you have to actually put it into a machine learning model, you have to do a forecasting and then figure out the anomalies. Okay, but here you can immediately see, as long as you have a good volume of data and you are trusting Power BI's algorithm, you can immediately see what anomalies it is predicting. Okay, are you with?
Yeah.
That was good. So these are some good features that we have in Power BI, and you can actually explain the anomalies. So this one, I think, was not, sales were unexpectedly low on August at a value of this, which is below the expected range. We couldn't find any significant, so it couldn't find any explanation, but some cases you may actually find explanations that why this was so low.
What is strengths here? Chotto kore ekta ei je possible explanation sir ekhane this
Strength is, I think, the confidence. So degree to which each value is correlated. When it has a high, it had a higher strength, means it may have had a greater impact. Each value is correlated with the another.
When we did the forecast function, it was showing 95% confidence level. I think this one is not showing anything like that.
No, this is this is actually fitting it into the retrospectively fitting with the existing data.
Okay.
Okay. But forecast was for the future quarters, and it was actually showing the trend. If you look at the forecast, it was only the trend. It didn't take into account the seasonality. So it was not a very sophisticated forecasting model. It just took the trend and forecasted the trend. Okay. Everybody else, very quiet. Everybody is. All good? So let us look at some more charts. So this one is a clustered bar chart. So here again, if we have country in the axis and sales in the values. Product in the region. So now what is giving is previously, if I put it over here, it was giving a stacked bar chart, right? If I put the product over here, it was giving me a stacked bar chart. Whereas this one is giving me a
Clustered bar chart.
Clustered bar chart. Okay. So here I'll not be able to see, and probably it is better to see it as a column chart. So here I'll not be able to see the total sales. The problem of clustered bar chart is that you cannot see the total sales for US. You know how the sale of US is broken down into different products, but you can't make out the total sales of US. On the other hand, a stacked bar chart gives you the total sales. Okay. All good so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Let's look at the waterfall chart. So in Google Data Studio, we had a waterfall chart, but that was a community chart. Okay. Tableau also, you will not get a standard waterfall chart. Okay. In Tableau, this is not one of the 24 standard charts. You have to, code it, code a waterfall chart. But here I can easily create a waterfall chart. Now here, only thing is that these are little confusing. I mean, what is a category? What is a breakdown? Okay, so sometimes you have to try it out and figure. So if you say, let's say I take segment, that's what is. So if I say segment, okay, and if I say sales, values definitely will be value. Let me take profit, because profit can be negative. So waterfall chart makes sense when I am plotting a figure that has a possibility of a positive and negative. So if I'm plotting sales, it doesn't make sense to plot a waterfall chart. I can very well plot a, let's say, a stacked bar chart, or even a normal bar chart. Okay, because you really don't need a waterfall chart for this. Okay. But where there's a possibility of a negative value, because in a stacked bar chart, it's difficult to show a negative value. Okay, so the same thing I had to show in a stacked bar chart, no mean different. So, but that's where waterfall chart makes sense. Okay, so I've created the waterfall. Now, what does this breakdown do? Breakdown is not very useful. Let's say if I want to make this broken down country-wise, it will be like this. So in every country, it is trying to figure out that how the sales is, how the profit is being added up. So it's not really, it's confusing. So we'll keep it like this. Okay, and you can actually see. And you can, again, for this also, so you see, not everywhere the analysis is there. Okay, some cases you see the analysis, some cases you don't see that. This one, no, this one doesn't give analysis. So some cases you'll give an analysis, some cases you'll not give analysis. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Everybody fine? Okay. Similarly, so I can just make this. And just create another like this. And let us make some of these charts you can try, but not very useful. You can try this funnel chart. So do you remember whether we created a funnel chart or not in Google Data Studio?
Yes, we did.
We did, right? Funnel chart. And typical use of funnel chart is the things like lead management. Here we don't have that much of use, but we can make this. Now what you need to do is these values, that means the metrics will be coming over here. So it has to come one below the other. So gross sales, sales, okay, and profit. This group thing doesn't have a lot of value add. Okay, so no, I don't think if once you have this, what you can do is, I think it's a little different thing here. Yeah. So this is a different picture. It doesn't have a lot of value, where the same bar chart you're showing as a funnel. That is how the countries are doing in terms of sale, you're showing as a funnel instead of a bar chart. But this actually is confusing, because funnel is something where you're filtering down from one to another. It really doesn't make sense. So if you want to do this, you can do it this way, but ideally the funnel chart will be more useful. Okay.
So ideally, what I would expect a funnel chart to show me is first gross sales and then maybe net sales. So the difference between gross sales and net sales should be my discount. Then cost of goods. So difference between
no, you don't need
net sales and cost of goods would be my profit, something like that.
Right. So you don't need to show the cost of goods, because sales minus profit will give your cost of goods show.
Yeah, right. So
okay. So it is kind of showing you that how much percentage of your gross sales is your profit.
So this is what it is showing. What was that country thing? I mean,
the country thing was country thing was how is your sales across different, same as the bar chart, but there it was shown like a funnel. So instead of a bar chart, it is showing is in a funnel, where the country where the sales is the highest is showing at the top of the funnel. But this is not a right representation of funnel. So it's not a
if we want to see country wise, can't we do optional metrics for country? Like suppose we want to see for United States,
okay.
then sales, gross sales.
Okay. So then you don't do it like that. What you should do actually, let me try this out. So you want that this should be done as a part of, so I can keep a filter.
We are adding these in that values wala field, gross sales,
Yes.
and profit. We're adding it in values.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you can do, you can keep this filter. Okay, you can keep the filter with country, and then you can select, let's say, Canada. Yes. So you can't do a drill down here. I don't think you can do it.
Okay.
Filter is not available on the dashboard. from here.
Yeah, we can put a card and we can cross filter the card, I think then.
Yeah, that also can do, or you can do a maybe a cross report. If there is a country-wide sales, you can do a, let's say, I can have a country-wide sales over here. And then make this as a cross report drill down, and then say, okay. So in fact, this is good. So you can actually see how the funnel looks like when you're filtering across different countries. Yeah. Okay, makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Great. So pie chart, I think, is easiest thing to do. Just for our own completeness, we'll just do this. So let me remove the filters. Sales. So this is actually dividing it into sales and profit. It will not make sense. Okay, right? Let's see if it gives drill down. See, this is one advantage. How easily it gave me a drill down. So now I have a pie chart with a drill down. So I can. So one is that if I select this drill down, one is I drill down to this level. So that means it's country, then it's product, then it's segment. This is the this is one way of drilling down. The other way of drill down is select a country, and then for that country, what is the product, and for a product, what are the channels. So drill down reports are really very, very easy to make.
So when we are actually drilling down to a particular country, so it's actually selecting particular country, or how it is doing? Can you repeat again?
Yeah, sure. So if I don't select any country, just do a drill down this. Okay, so it is, so you see what is my total sales, 25 around 1 2 3 4 5 into 125, right? So if I just drill down, it is just drilling down my product. That means the total sales remain the same. It is not the sales of a product from a particular country. And then when I'm drilling down further, I'm drilling down by segment. So I am basically seeing three views. It's not exactly a drill down, it is three views of a cube.
Yes,
one is country, the other is product, the third one is segment. But then if I select a country, I select this, then automatically it will drill down to the next level. Now it shows me the share of products for that country. And then again, if I select a particular product, it will show me the segment.
This report nowhere shows which country we are seeing. I mean, does it?
So selected value is not showing.
Mode,
oh, okay. You're saying that which country you have selected.
Yes.
Yes. That thing is not showing. Suppose
Is
we're
not
selecting
showing.
Canada.
That is not showing the region. Let me see if there is any way to configure that. In the region.
Data labels? Oh, no, I don't know.
No. No, just configuring the. No, I don't think.
I don't think also there is a standard option.
No, there is no standard option of.
So again, Otonuda, as you have seen the same scenario in Data Studio also. So I think here, there is we can able to actually record user clicks, which value user has clicked. So is that possible? Then somehow, somewhere we can put this into title. Suppose by country equals to Canada and by product equals to suppose XYZ.
See, here again, yeah, that's to see. The only way then you have to write a Python or a R code.
No. In Tableau, you do not need to write that Python R. I think by default, using Tableau,
where you can write it.
Yes.
You have a kind of an exit where you can write that, pass on that values.
So I think from action, that action used to Tableau captures that. We need to capture those actions actually, because otherwise user will not be able to see which thing they are onto.
No, I understand understand the issue, but I'm not sure whether there is a solution over here. No, ready-made solution over here.
Okay. So in Tableau, we used to have a ready-made solution in that case, because they have.
Yeah, you're saying that you're passing on the values, but here I don't think. I mean, if you have to do it, you have to do it in a much more complicated way. But still, let me.
I think in Power BI. So next day, please check it out. I think there should be capability in Power BI also.
Possible, should be that. I mean, I didn't.
Just can you click that 3 dot in the right hand side? Chart is there something coming up?
No.
Filter in filter. In the field funnel, so you can see the funnel just below. Just after the arrows, drill down arrows, there's a funnel there. Okay, so from here we will see. Okay.
You also try. I also try and see if there's something.
Okay.
Sir, what happens if we click go to the 3 dots? Go to sort axis.
No, this will only.
What happens if we check that country?
It will show country.
So sorting, if we do the sorting of the arranging of the slice, the slices will be arranged.
Okay.
So it is country-wide, and then the next one was.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, it was it sorted it alphabetically, the country. Okay. Anyway, we'll figure this out. Now let us see the tree map. Tree map is very interesting here. And I think in Data Studio, we had a problem with the tree map. Okay, because even though it's supposed to work like the way we, it should drill down, but it did not work. Okay, so let us see how it works over here. So, so the easiest thing is to put the values, the cells over here. Now, let's see, you have two things. One is the group, the other thing is the details. Okay, let's see how it works. Let us put country in the group. And I'm not touching the details now. Product also in the group and segment also in the group.
One is tree map. Okay, got it.
So now it will work. Any drill down will work the same way that we have seen. Okay. So this is a sale for across country. If I activate the drill down, if I go for this drill down, it will go to the next level, but it is not drilling down. It is showing me another dimension, the product dimension, sales by product. And it's showing me sales by segment. So it's not drilling down. It is showing me the different dimensions. But if I go over here, so the next thing is that if I go over here, now if I go over here, see what it does. It will do the sales by country and product.
How did we get this again?
So this one. If I just click over here, it is giving me a flat table.
Oh.
Okay, it is giving me a flat table of sales and product. And if
Why did it not take the segment then? Oh, another one. If we do, then it will take segment.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
What does the color denote here?
Colors is random. I don't think it denotes. It just shows. It's not a. If you're asking whether the color is a gradient or
I
something.
guess, sir, it,
Yeah.
it denotes the sales value by country, product, and segment.
But there is no, gradient of that color.
Yeah.
No, there's no gradient because no two values are
No, wait,
alike.
wait.
I mean,
See,
all the values are
this
different.
is just the This is just the color of the countries.
Country.
Okay, so now, if I say FX, I should be able to give color based on sum of sales. Okay, so now you see. Okay, but previously it was just the randomly coloring all the components, but now it has colored based on sum of sales.
Now let's drill down. Let's
Now
see.
drill down. Yeah. Now if we drill down, what happens?
Now if we drill down, it was very beautifully created the gradient. Okay,
Even sorting it accordingly, because
which one? Yeah, yeah. Oh, you are saying the area? Yes, it is also sorting the area.
sorting as in from a left to a right.
Right. So Canada, Paseo, government, this is having the highest sales. And this one, whatever it is the lowest.
But the product wise, country wise, we cannot discriminate through colors, different colors and their shades.
Product wise and
See, it's all blue here, so it's very difficult. Maybe
yeah.
if somebody is making a presentation,
on-
it's very difficult to interpret.
Yeah, so
So-
normally we will not do this. Normally we will not go to this drill down, maybe maximum up to 2 levels. After this, it doesn't make sense. And what you're saying is that if I have to have different colors, then here I have to give different colors for different,
If
so
we
if I-
remove this function that we added, it will one do that, sir. When it was colored by on
No,
country.
what you can do is here you see.
No,
you
sir.
simply have to
Remove that. We did know as a function of.
Yeah,
So now,
automatically.
now it has.
Yeah, it has automatically taken different colors.
So
Yeah, I
if
was
we
wondering,
go
in
down-
my case, it was automatically taking these beautiful colors, whereas
Yes.
all of you were getting it in blue. And I was feeling very enlightened.
You are very, very happy.
It's one achievement at least.
No, it was though how to make this blue. So if you have to make this blue, you have to, this one. Here you have to change this. Sum of sales is a gradient. Okay. So once you do that, then this will become like this. Okay. Very easy to make. Okay, all good?
Yes.
So let us see. Let us see the map. Now, for map, just let me know if you're getting an error, because if you're getting an error, you have to do a small setting. How many of you are getting some error, or it is showing a, a kind of gray picture over here? Everybody getting this?
Yes.
Okay. So here, of course, the only location that we have is country over here. So same thing, we'll later on take another data set we'll have. See if you are getting this. If you're not getting this, that means there is a problem with the setting. Okay, I'll show you the setting anyway, where you need to go. In case in future you have a problem, means you have to do some settings.
Yeah, it says map and filled map visuals are disabled.
Yeah, right. So, yes. So you go to this options and settings. Go to the options and here you will go to security. And in security, you see there'll be something on map. Yeah, maps and field map features. So you have to check this on.
Okay.
Atanu, can you show the path once more, please?
Yeah, sure. File, options and settings, options. Okay. Security.
Done.
Okay. Though maps are not very great in either Power BI or in Data Studio. Maps are definitely much more superior in Tableau. Okay. But still you can use this. In fact, this Legion thing is pretty odd over here. It doesn't serve much purpose. I'll show you this. So size here, let me say size is sales. So it is giving me the sales for each one. Okay, now
Not so much clearer. The map is actually not so much clear. Is it Google
one?
Map or is it using its own Bing Map or any other thing?
Yes, it is using Bing Map. It's using Bing Map.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's
so
why.
it's not very clear. Also, not just because it's not clear. I think the overall architecture is not very good. For example, if I use, let's say, segment as a legend, see what it does. It is for every country, it is breaking down. Okay, but it is of no use. If it's kind of, it's so small. So it's basically within the country is showing me for the sale how much has been for each of these segments. But actually, it is pretty,
Why this road
doesn't serve a lot.
connectivity are showing? So that is of no requirement for a business user to show where it is connected or not connected. If you zoom that, show all the cities connected via road or something like that.
Which one did you say?
Yes, there are lines, connectivity lines.
Right. Now for this purpose, this may not be of any use.
I have
Actually,
checked
cluttering the
that map
background.
and field map visuals, but it is still showing an error.
You have to go to these settings options.
Yes, I did.
So do another one.
Yeah. It is saying go to
Just
global.
make another one. Delete this one. Make another one. It will come.
Oh, is it?
Okay, the original one did not take this. So so that's why this thing is not of much use. Okay, and if you look at the other map is even more odd. So actually you have the location over here, but there is no no place to give any value. There's no measure over here. Okay, so you really can't do much. Only thing that you can do is probably you can do sales over here, and it shows sales in different colors, but not of much use. It doesn't show. Let me just see if it shows here. It shows in the legend, if or in the colors, if I use a function, probably I can make this. No. Can't open this.
It is probably hung. Nothing else. You're not able to click on anything.
Yeah. Now here, fill colors. It is very slow in kind of responding. So this fill colors carry actually no meaning. You see, individual sales value has taken a different color, and I cannot define it as a function. So not much of use. So any geolocation thing would be probably not suitable for this kind of thing. Tableau is no doubt much superior.
Just go to the
Also,
previous one.
there are so many things that I see in the visual front in Power BI that is not so much up to the mark that we have expected from Power BI. Actually, in Gartner, it's a little bit ahead, much ahead of Tableau. So, charts levels, I mean, so much backward looking.
See, there are, I mean, probably they are looking at multiple factors. Yes, there
One of
will
the
be
strong
probably-
area is I agree that is that data modeling part, or I think ETL part, that we can transformation part that is looks better in Power BI rather than Tableau. That I understand, but other thing I do not see that much of interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, there are pros and cons, but yes, I think they also look at the range of connectivity that is there, and probably one of the things that they're looking at the connectivity that they have with Azure, with Power BI. Okay, so for example, I mean, this will be slightly out of topic here, but if you have a data lake or something like that, let's say Azure data lake, a huge volume of data, Power BI can connect very seamlessly with this kind of platform. Okay. So Tableau also can do, but then Power BI being a obviously a product from Microsoft, they will be probably integrating better
In
than.
that case, we have to purchase Power BI also and Azure also. That
Yeah,
price is
see now
that
what Microsoft is doing, they're bundling it now. When you buy the, in fact, Microsoft, I mean, if you take Azure, everything will be kind of in a serverless mode. So you'll be just paying as you go. So that is a big advantage.
Yes.
So I think those are some of the things. So obviously, I mean,
Okay.
there'll be pros and cons. All this. Okay. Any other thoughts, comments? Is everybody with you so far?
Yeah. Will you share this financials data sheet once again?
Yes, I'll do that. I will save this and give it to you.
I mean the Excel sheet. I mean
the financial Excel, but this one is you can directly import from the sample data set.
Which one, sir?
This one we imported from a sample data set.
The superstore data?
No.
Sample
you
data.
Want the superstore data? You want?
No, I want this. I mean, the data
This
set that
was
we are
within.
working on.
This
This
is
was
within
in
the Power BI.
system.
Oh, within the system only?
Yeah. How did you take that data?
No, I was trying to import data from Excel. Then I realized I do not have this financial data set with me. So I thought maybe I missed downloading that data set.
Oh, no. You can, when I started the blank screen that it comes, it will just say that there are three options. One of them, last option is import a sample data set.
Okay. Understood.
So you can directly import it from there.
Try a sample data set that.
Yeah, try a sample data set. That's all. Microsoft has many sample data sets.
Okay.
And if you look at Azure, and that's how Microsoft is, just a little bit of the topic. But if you compare AWS and Microsoft, AWS is ahead in terms of the capability of server scaling and all. Still, but Microsoft is way ahead in terms of the user interface. So, and then the amount of sample data they have, the training materials they have, so it's extremely easy to learn. Microsoft. Okay. So let's do a scatter plot. Okay. So ideally, I should have a scatter plot. What would make sense for a scatter plot? An X and Y axis. For a scatter plot, what would make sense?
Scatter plot.
Can we say discount percent with profit? If we want to plot discount percent with profit, okay. So if you are increasing the discount percent, whether or discount percent with profit percent, let's say. If I'm increasing the if you're increasing the discount percent, obviously the profit percentage will come down, but whether the total profit is going up or not. So discount percent with profit, because if I'm giving more discount, my sales volume should increase, isn't it?
Is there anything you can
And
do
what
instead of discount percent? Because I had not inserted that column of that percent.
Okay, now we'll create that column right now, don't worry. Okay, so if you want, you can create it now. We have not actually added their discount percentage. We added only, in fact, here I have not added. Next time I imported it, I did not add. So let us add it together. So we'll use the profit percentage as well as we'll use the discount percentage. Okay, so we add a new column over here. Have you got this new column, Oman? Now,
Yes.
to go over here. Just let me know. There's some, this is called, here you will see this new column.
Yeah, I've got it.
Got it? Okay. So now let us we'll calculate two columns, profit percent, which is equal to profit divided by sales. And we'll make this percentage. And the next one, the only thing as I was mentioning is, unlike Excel, I cannot change all the added columns will be added at the end. Okay. For some strange reason, I didn't find any option to change it. Okay.
But in the Excel, we can do that.
Excel, you can do that, but here you cannot. If I want to bring the profit percentage, let's say before date, I can drag and drop, I can copy paste it. It has to be all the calculated column has to be at the end. So when I enter a new column, I do not have any option to enter a new column before or after, or on the right hand side or left hand side of another column. So let's make a discount percent. So let's say discount percent I want to calculate on gross sale. So I say discount divided by gross sale, because and let me make this also percentage. So now I have the discount percent and profit percent. So what we'll do here is scatter plot.
Can you show the formula once again?
Yeah. So discount percent is discount divided by gross sales.
Discount divided by gross sales. Okay. Financials, discounts divided by financials gross sales. One more second, sir.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
This is what? Okay.
Okay. And then you can change it to percentage.
Okay, like we change the data type.
Yes, data type. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now what we'll be doing over here is I take the discount percent discount percent in my x-axis, and I put profit in my y-axis. So what we are trying to do, and I want to take not a sum of discount percent, but an average of discount percent. So obviously sum doesn't make sense. And I make profit to the y-axis. So this is my discount percent. This is the profit across all products. But I want to do it for products, let's say. My legend will be product. So now I have a picture of different products. Okay. And I make the size equal to the sale. Now let us see what it's saying. So it is saying that the discount percentage is highest for Amarilla. And this is the profit that Amarilla is getting. On the other hand, if you look at Passio, the discount percentage is 7.2%, not very high. In fact, Passio and which one is this one, Carretera, they have almost similar discount percent. But Passio is much higher in terms of profit as well as in terms of sales.
Okay, so here the position is based on the discount percentage offered for that particular product and the profit it earned, the position of that
Yes,
bubble.
the x-axis is the profit percent, discount percent.
Right.
Okay, and y-axis is the total profit.
So there are basically two dimensions also to it. The one is the color, which is for the product.
Color is a dimension categorizing the product, and the measures.
And what does the size? Because they are
the sales. Size the sales. Okay,
size
so
is the sales.
yeah, so I am plotting three measures here. Okay, one is the discount percent, another is the profit, and the third one is the sale.
So can we interchange this? That is, in y-axis, can we put sales, and can the size be determined on profit or profit percentage?
Of course. So all that we need to do is to make this size is profit, right?
Yeah.
And what your no, y-axis was
sales.
Sales.
Did it change?
Yes, the axis wise it is a different axis, but the probably the nature will not change much, because you see that sale Amarilla was also showing the same lower profit. It was sales as well as lower profit, and whereas
maybe because profit and sales are very closely correlated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here the whole idea is that to figure out that which product we are probably giving more discount that is necessary. For example, probably Amarilla, we are giving a lot of discount, but it is not converting. The sales probably is going down because of that, because of the fact that we are giving a discount that is increasing our volume but reducing the overall sales. Okay. There are a few other things. Let me just say. So we just look at this. You have done sales profit. Okay, let's see if you give profit percentage over here. So now what it does.
What did we change?
We gave the values in the, actually it will become very clumsy now, because what is done is that for every item, okay, for every line it has taken a separate profit percentage. Okay, so instead of this, let me do something else. Let me take so each of these points are actually specific segment. So enterprise segment, product Montana, my discount is the lowest. My discount percentage is the lowest, and my sales percentage is also the lowest, and my profit is probably one of the lowest. So this is something where I may think of increasing the discount, because that might help me to get a better sales and profit. Because anyway, at a very low discount, I'm getting a very low sales. And
this one at 6%, it is at higher percent giving me an even lower profit or
which
sales.
one? Which one? Yeah, this one. Yeah, that's right.
The one
So-
beside also, the one next to it.
Yes, these two
No,
guys.
not that, sir. On the right hand side, niche, on the axis, 6%. 6% rokanta hai.
Yes, that's right. So this one also is giving a higher discount, and it is a very low in terms of sales, almost zero sales in the mid market. So it's a product. I'm taking two dimensions. One is product, the other is segment. So probably this is a loser. You can't do much about it, because with this 6% discount, I am not able to make any sales, and the profit also is very low. Whereas this one, government Passio, this is giving me the highest sales and highest profit, and probably it is at the right discount. So again, I may play with a little bit, discount here and see if it changes.
Also, can we edit the axis ranges?
Yes, axis ranges.
Because few bubbles are getting cut. Those are which are on the, I think, boundary lines. Okay.
Yeah, right.
How to get into presentation mode from this?
From this presentation mode, two ways. One is, if you want to show this part, you can go over here, and the other way, you have to view. There was presentation mode here.
I think you said to publish it.
Publish is one, but even if I don't publish it, publishes is where you will get into the BI.
That only puts in my workspace or somewhere. I mean, you can put in workspace. But how to show that from here?
Yeah. No. One is, of course, you can, but here there was an option. I'm just missing this option. This one. I'll find it out. I'm not.
Okay, sure.
Publish, of course, you can do, but for publishing, you need to put it in the Power BI cloud.
I have an ID also, possibly.
You need to create an ID. So from here, it is not very, as far as I remember, it's not very intuitive to present it from here. That's another problem. So probably the idea is that you take it from here and kind of, show it like this. But obviously, that's not a very comfortable way. So there should be a better way of putting
So
this.
this way it's very difficult to show.
You
Unless-
can minimize the ribbon, Otunuda, in the right-hand side, right-hand corner, that just top of that. Yes.
I mean, like Google. Google had a very clean way. I mean, you can get into presentation.
Yeah, so I don't want the headers and all, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So there should be a way out, but let me see.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this is one, and there is something called play axis. Okay, let me see this. Play axis also does something. So there is no other. The one is discount percentage. So let me make profit percentage. Okay. Yeah, what we can do here is probably Now, the very beautiful motion chart. How is the, over a period of time, how is the discount changing? Okay, so I think I can also focus. The way to focus on you see, now if I make this, you see how the discount of Passio has changed over time. Okay, so pretty powerful feature.
What is the name of this chart? So it's something looking new, something new.
This is a normal scatter plot only I did, but it has many other features. So what we use, the features that we used over here, to see.
So any chart can be animated like this, make animated like this. So any chart that have a time field or date field that can be make animated.
Right, but you need to have this play axis. If this play axis is not there in any chart, you can't do it. For example,
so in bar chart, is it there? So
I don't think
bar
so.
Chart?
I don't think so. That means no.
Okay.
They'll bring, since they have brought this feature over here, they'll bring it in other feature, other charts as well.
Okay, so other than this play button, normal other charts are there. I think they're static, not so animated.
Right.
Okay.
You cannot animate that. Yes.
So
where you have this play button, you can animate that. Okay, unlike Tableau where you can have pages and in there you can animate it. So here, what
even
we
if
did,
even if you animate, if you publish or if you do whatever, that's not going to show, right?
No, it's going to show in
the PDF. Publishes.
No, not PDF, not PDF. If you publish it, it will be showing. If you transfer it to a PDF, it will not show. But if you publish it, the animation will remain.
In Google Studio, you could always copy and paste again. You could.
No, even here you can. Here you can.
Oh, right. Here also you can do the copy and paste. Yes.
I think it is getting pasted on the same chart. You just have to pull this one so to see the one on the bottom.
So you can just.
Brilliant.
This one you're saying, right? You just
brilliant.
You copy it and.
Thank you. I wanted to check that play axis actually, and I didn't want to miss on the original file. So play axis, what is the field that you had used? Just to.
Okay, I have used the field date. It makes sense. Date makes sense because you are basically plotting over time. So, and a play needs to have a chronology. So.
And then how did you make it move? It was looking very.
This was a play button here. I didn't do anything. It's just.
Oh, but I don't have the play button. Oh, 1 second. Oh, one second. I missed something.
Should be there. You have to put it, but here also you have the play button.
Yeah.
Basically giving an animation effect to the chart.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It can be very powerful.
Very impressive.
Animation effect. There is a very famous video. I've given you that link in the day. I'm not sure if you have seen that video. That video is from a person called, forget the person. It's a very, very famous. He made visualization so popular.
But this is a very fantastic way of representation if we consider each of the segments separately and show it over a period of time.
Right. It's Hans Rosling. Okay. So I just show you, I just take you to that video. It's a TED talk. You can see it Anyway, I'll send you the link.
It's another very interesting chart on the key influencer chart. If you can show that.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yeah, it actually uses BI to derive.
Yes. I'll show that. I'll show that.
Very interesting chart.
I don't want to show it now. I know it's extremely.
I used it. I tried some.
Okay,
something
you tried your hand.
So it's giving interesting results. Very
Absolutely.
interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
and let me show you this one. Okay, so I don't want to. So, okay, this one I don't know. Okay, if I use Pratik. Okay, let me see this one. I will not make any chart. I'll say sales by country. I'm not doing anything. I'm not creating any chart.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
I'm just writing it. Okay. Sales by country and product.
This I have not tried. Oh, wonderful.
We can do sales, profit percentage, anything. I mean,
Yeah, that field has to be there in your field list. Suppose if
field, it has to be there.
Yeah, otherwise you will not find. No? So if you say profit percentage by product, if you say that.
Or segment, maybe. I don't know.
Profit percent. You see, it will come. Profit percent by segment. I can say average. Let me see if it takes. Otherwise, profit percent will not average.
Please also select the chart type.
Chart type it will automatically take.
No, so I tried pie chart. It gave me a pie chart.
Okay, you specify the pie chart. Okay, let me try that. Average profit percentage by product.
Segment. Okay, by product. Yeah.
By product. Yes. See.
In pie chart, can you write that?
In here, it will not make sense for pie chart. Let's say sales.
So I did pie chart for country by sales.
Sales by country in pie.
Interesting.
Wonderful.
Real power of business intelligence.
This is the best one.
I think
this is the
NLP
most
power of
helpful.
Business intelligence.
We have implemented
Real
NLP
power
very
of
well.
BI.
Can we do that in Tableau also?
I
don't think so.
There is an option also, but how much strong it is, I do not know.
Ask Tableau is there, but
ask data is there.
What is that called? Ask data or ask me or something?
Ask data.
But it has been recently introduced, not very old.
Yes. So
Vishal, this is interesting. In Tableau, if it is there, it's wonderful. We can do many things using this.
So one thing is that Microsoft has implemented NLP very well here. I mean, natural language processing very well here. So that will vary. I think in Tableau that it may not be so much seamlessly. I have to check that. Okay, but NLP feature they have implemented very well. Microsoft.
It's called Q&A, na, Atanu?
Q&A. Yes.
Q&A.
So whenever we are specifying a chart name, it's also giving. So that is very much interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if it can do that much, it also will be recognizing the name of the chart. So
can we try giving a little bit much more pressure to it? So specifying extra some other things also.
Let me see.
So how far it goes?
The sales by country and product in pie.
Or maybe tree chart or whatever.
A tree chart will find out. As long as the chart name is there, probably will find out. But see now, by the way, it took the spelling mistake also. Okay.
Yes.
So only thing is that it did not take a drill down. Okay, let me do pie drill down.
This is the best one. You don't have to prepare anything. If Apurva asks, quickly go here, copy, paste, and send it to him.
Woman likes it.
I like shortcuts.
Yeah, absolutely. If shortcuts are available, why? It doesn't take drill down. Maybe it is not taking drill down, it is breaking it down as a flat chart.
Mm.
No, it's not taking drill
But
down.
it's pretty much mature.
But Atanu, can we actually create before drill down, and then take it somewhere and use the drill down? Can we do that? No.
Means
For example, say the pie chart. We are creating the pie chart. Then we want to use that pie chart separately and create drill down on top of it.
Shubhanda, it's not a pie chart, it's a ask. That's the problem. It's not a pie chart.
What Suman is asking in a normal pie chart, can I
No,
take
sir.
it down and
No, that is not what Shumanda is saying. Shumanda is saying in this ask me chart, we create by using this NLP.
then manually create the
Yes. So he's saying, can we superimpose that drill down feature on this?
That's
I don't
right.
think that is possible.
That's right. It's a combination of, maybe a Q&A and manual effort. That's what I'm saying.
But this doesn't get transformed to a pie. It's always a ask. So you don't.
So when you can knock off the MIS team, do it yourself. It's all there. Just only ask the guy.
No, I still not. I don't think it's there right now. But these things will come. I mean, these have become so sophisticated that as of now, yes, as of now, you don't have an option to from here to customize and take it forward. But it's not a big thing for them to do that. They will just give the parameters over here, and from here you can customize.
Correct. Yeah.
Technically, very much possible. Good. So I hope today we had some interesting charts. and I think good thing would be to start using it in some of your reports, because otherwise, we can always do it with this dummy data, but then when you use it with your own data, probably, then you'll be able to explore actually how this can be used. So I would suggest that maybe take some sample data and try and apply that.
Yeah, Bishajit, why don't you send it if possible? Then I think all of us can actually use that.
Yes.
Okay, Shumanda, I will. Last week actually I was busy in
No
some
problem.
other
No problem.
things.
Yeah, no issues. No issues. Maybe tomorrow morning if you get some time, if you can send it.
Yes. Okay.
So here by default it will auto save. You don't have to save anything that you do.
This one, no, this one you have to save. This is not in the cloud, so you have to save. So I should save this. So it will save as a PBIX file. So I'll save this. And then when you open this, you have to import it again.
Okay.
Where do I save it? Anywhere on my
Anywhere, any folder.
Anyway.
Okay.
Just a normal export. So I'm just saving it. And now, so let's say I've saved it. And now if I close this also.
So the file that I saved will have all the three dashboard 1, 2, and 3.
All the three. Okay, so let me just close this and show it again. So I'll just close the entire Power BI and just open it and just import the file. I think it will take the data set also. Yeah, it must, but otherwise it will not show the file. Now, so this is where the sample data set is. So now I'm going to just open this file. Open report. Browse report from here also. And just open this. Pick it up from your folder. You get all the reports. Yeah. Yeah. Picked up. Okay.
Yeah.
So good. So I hope we had some interesting things. Okay, and
Q&A is the best.
Yes, and the way Azure is as a product is developing, because I do a lot of work on Azure platform for analytics. So immense. And AWS is good in terms of scaling, but Azure, the way it is trying to productize it and making it absolutely menu driven, so that any business user can use it, and it has huge amount of sample data sets. So kind of learning is very easy. I mean, anybody with little bit of IT knowledge can actually self-learn. All the videos and all can actually self-learn.
Very interesting.
I think Power BI is better with that, comfort of using Excel. Makes it kind of easier compared to the Google Data Studio.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what I feel. But I think Atanu was mentioning that Google Data Studio is perhaps easier than Power BI. Somehow I feel that Power BI perhaps it's
ease of use. Most people find Google Data Studio easier, and also it is absolutely free. So that's another advantage. So small and medium enterprises many times, and if it's if you're doing it something which is not a confidential data, many people do it. But again, it is kind of depends on individual choice. So once you get comfort, once you get used to a particular package, many times you tend to stick to that package.
This Q&A, to use it on real data will be very interesting. If I want to find out, okay, between Bartman and ABP, what's my thing? I mean, it's like calling up your secretary and saying, just find this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have secretaries, by the way.
Yeah, those days are gone now, I think. With all the virtual assistants and all.
Business intelligence is taking over.
You don't need anybody to maintain calendars and diaries. Everything can be done. Yeah.
But I'm a little surprised that this Power BI hasn't allowed that change of column. That's something which is quite surprising. That's a very small thing.
Yeah. See, the way it works is that the development, obviously there are large product teams working. So there would be probably certain constraints in the internal structures. All these have been designed. So for us, apparently it appears to be very easy, but the way the architecture has been made, at that point of time, probably somebody did not think of it. And now it is very difficult to change. And
in Excel, you need to change because you are working on the Excel itself. Here you are working on a different worksheet where it is coming alphabetically any which way. So discount percentage will anyway come below discount or above discount.
That's
so I think
true,
that's why
because that is not meant
No,
for
but sometimes but sometimes it's required, for example, profit percentage you want to place just beside profit. So this is something which is important. Otherwise, you will not be able to kind of show it.
What Amrita is saying is that unlike Excel, where the table is also in the same sheet, here if you have to make a table where the discount percentage has to be shown in a separate way, you make a table in the visualization screen. So you don't have to show
yeah, that's true.
data table. So
Maybe
probably
that's the logic that
can
they
be
follow.
one of the reasons. Because of that, maybe the internal structures need to be changed so much that instead of that, you keep it, you don't change it there. You can create in the visualization, you have the flexibility to change it.
Another thing, Aduna, if you can show us how to kind of publish and present, other
Yeah, I'll
than
show that. Next session, I'll definitely show that. Yes, I think that part definitely. I'll also figure out how to. I know that this is not a very straightforward thing. Because I remember that somebody also asked, some other course also to ask. So it is not a very straightforward thing, but I'll find out the best way to do that.
Yeah.
Publish even without a paid version.
Yes, you can publish me without a paid version. Only thing is that you have to have an Azure account. I mean, Microsoft account, not Azure account, Microsoft account. Okay.
Aduna, is there any Tableau public type of concept here where users can publish their visualization for everyone's showcasing to everyone? That type of thing?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying. Tableau public. I don't think so, but I'm not very sure.
So whenever we are publishing it in Azure, so it will be there for our viewing.
Our consumption, and you can share it the link with others, but it's not something that can be public. Okay, but there may be an option. I need to check that whether you can, just like a YouTube video, you can make it private or you can publish it for public consumption. So whether that option is there or not, I need to check.
Okay.
Okay. So great. I think we'll close for today.
One request I'm putting in the WhatsApp group. I had missed that since I joined the WhatsApp group late, I missed out on those links.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just dropping in a message.
Shaili will send that to you. No problem. Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So we connect again in 15 minutes.
Meeting soon.
Connect in 15 minutes. Okay.
Okay, bye.